Hi, I'm Armen Chakmakian, and I'm a keyboardist, composer, and you're watching InterviewWorld.com. I always felt like a drummer trapped in a keyboardist's body. I was always gravitated towards rhythms. I had a drum set when I was 4 years old, but it was one of those cheap paperhead drum sets. So I think the second or third strike of the stick tore the head, and that was the end of my drum career.
No pots and pans.
Pillows, pots and pans, yeah. But when I get on those, it was always Armen practice the piano. So the goofing around led to, I think, half of what I do now, which is just like making stuff up. That's how I write music.
Does your improvisation come easier for someone who's always had a knack for playing by ear?
It's never been really difficult, and I don't really quite know how to develop it other than just to keep doing it or find inspirations.
So you paying tribute, or do you think that it's simply because it's part of you, part of your history?
That stuff was just coming out. I was not letting myself have any kind of limits on anything I was doing. At the time also I was studying the history of Armenian music. I was taking a class at USC. I wanted to find out what was indigenous to Armenian music, because a lot of sounds in Armenian music are influenced by Persian music, Arabic music. There's stuff around the area. It's always overlapping, even the food. What I wanted to find out was what is specifically Armenian music, and how can I do some type of hybrid, or take everything I know and make my own sound out of it.
Will that sound always be a part of your music, you think, because of how much it's a part of you? I don't know. We'll find out. To be continued. Can you tell us how you happened to join up with the band Shadowfax?
Chuck Greenberg was doing a solo record. He was the woodwind player with Shadowfax. Me and Chuck had jammed together a couple times, and he came over. He heard my music, which he seemed to really like. I had actually only heard of the band. I wasn't really familiar with their music at all. So getting into the band and finding out later the history of the band and the kind of music we did, it was the ultimate gig for a keyboardist back then, because my job was, go as far outside as you can.
So tell us a little bit about the Cirque du Soleil period of your life. How did that get started, and what was it like to be performing live like that every night with this performance going on?
I wanted to get a taste of how something big on that level works, and that saying, be careful what you ask for. It's completely different than touring with a band, because I'm not living out of a suitcase. I'm in Sao Paulo, Brazil for 2.5 months, and then I go to Buenos Aires for 7 weeks, and then I'm in Rio for 7 weeks. So you're actually living there, sampling the culture, learning the language if you want. I was learning a little bit about a little of the different dialects of Spanish and Brazilian Portuguese when I was down there. There was 132 people, 132 people, including spouses and children, on our tour. That's how many people were moving from spot to spot.
International, all from all over?
Yeah, our horn player was a guy named Paul Hansen, who had played electric bassoon with Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. He's on a Tokyo tour right now. He does his own jazz bassoon fusion records. He has guys like Dennis Chambers playing on his stuff. The bass player we had done the show for 14 years. He was a band leader too. He was a fantastic bass player. The drummer and the guitarist, the rest of the band was from Quebec, but now that they've expanded their shows, they have guys from, the show in Macau, China, has a percussionist is from Armenia, and I think the horn player on that show, the keyboardist is from, I believe he's an American he might be from LA, but yeah, people from all over the world.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We've enjoyed having you on InterviewWorld.com.
Thanks for having me on here.
Thank you.